Okay, so I know last time I said I would go and get routes between gameplays and streams. Turns out the female routes that I caught can actually still evolve into Gallade. So I already had what I needed. Hopefully, we'll get a little bit further this time then. Um, I also did a little bit of research on names that I want to do. I never did figure out what this fusion reminds me of, but I did find a mythical water dog creature in, I think, Scottish lore called Onchu, and I am almost certainly saying that incorrectly. And I thought that was a fitting name for Flaeon. And since this is going to become a Jolteon Gallade combo, I decided to name it Thor because it hits stuff with lightning. So now I am on Route 2, which means I can grab a Weedle. So let's hopefully grab one of those really quick. That was not the Weedle I was looking for, but I think I'll hold out for an actual Weedle so I don't have to use a extra DNA splicer to unfuse it. I still want to know what the mechanics are behind wild fused Pokemon, because this, last I checked, this was something that only trainers could do. But you know, you never know. You find wild Pokemon that technically only evolve by trading, so sure, why not? Let's see, Mudsport. I don't plan to keep you for very long, so I don't really care about Mudsport. This is also a bit helpful to get Thor's level up. But I get the feeling that I will be using Onchu more often in the battle against Brock. Oh, Rattata. Also, I just love this Eevee Ralts fusion. It is adorable. And is it weird that I didn't actually realize Ralts had eyes until we got to, I want to say, Sun and Moon, where you could interact with them in 3D? Because it never occurred to me that Ralts has eyes under those bangs, that hair, whatever it is. Because, you know, there are Pokemon that don't have eyes, like Zubat. And it's just one of those moments that makes you feel absolutely brilliant. Still have no idea why I got a Pukumuku. Okay, see if I can remember what buttons do what. I'm sure it was an event of some kind. But, whatever. Weedle, weedle, weedle. You just know because it's the one I'm looking for, it's not gonna pop up until an hour into the game. But hey, in the meantime, Thor's gonna get a few levels. Yeah, let's go ahead and heal him. I like that Bellsprout sitting there just dancing. He's having the time of his life. Around the sign, thank you. it is going to be so fascinating seeing these wild fusions as I go through the game. And I'm sure every one of them is either going to make me laugh or don't go, oh dear God, why? Such a happy little victory tune. That is not the one I wanted. There we go. And that's why I didn't want that. Okay, time to heal again already. But that is what level grinding is for. So I know last time I streamed, my latency was apparently low, and so my stream was several minutes behind what I was actually doing. I hope this time it's actually like real time or close to real time, because if anyone hops in, I'd like to talk to them. PG. Tangled feet. Interesting. Will it tell me what that is? Or will it just say trace? It'll just say trace. Oh well. Oh, darn it. I need to swap those moves. I'm going to keep doing that if I don't. Alright, let's swap those moves around. Summary. There we go. You know, Pokemon Fusion would actually be a fascinating game to have those beauty contests or whatever they're called in. Because, like, I really enjoyed them in the original Diamond and Pearl, and I was really disappointed with what they did in Shining Diamond and whatever Pearl. Whatever those were, the remakes. And how they basically just turned them into DDR, and it's just like, really? There's no strategy to that. And it was so annoyingly easy to win one of those contests in the remakes that I just eventually gave up. Catertata. Alright, I may need to heal again. Maybe I should have done this before I started streaming again. Then again, I didn't expect Weedle to take so hard to be so hard to find. I should have caught that fused one. I do have Pokeballs, right? Yes, I do. Okay. I remember that's one of those that kids never knew how to pronounce in school. Was it Ratata, Ratata, Ratatata? And of course, back then, the anime was not the actual, like, guide to pronunciation. They just sort of made it up as they went, and the official pronunciations sometimes differed in the games. I was so happy when I learned that the Pokemon Company official actually finally took that over, and we're like, okay, no, how they say it in the anime is how they say it. But I will always laugh at how they had to change Arceus, because it was originally Arceus, but yeah, that was a bit too close to a naughty word in some countries. Yeah, you know, you wouldn't have thought Weedles would be this hard to find, but apparently they are. In the meantime, hey, there you are. I was just gonna say, more experience fodder for Thor. Shield dust. I don't know what that one does. Okay. I am not going to hit you again because I am afraid I will knock you out. Hello, Michael. 2, 3. Yay! Okay. I just got a Weedle. Alright.
I don't think I heard of this game.
It's a Pokemon fan game. And have you seen the way we've been playing with Pokemon fusions in the Pokemon channel?
No, I usually don't pay much attention to that channel.
Well, it's something that we recently discovered, and the fusions range from adorable to existentially terrifying.
Pokemon being terrifying.
Oh yes, because you're fusing two Pokemon together, and some of them, whether they're custom sprites or not, can be like, dear God, why? Okay, let's see. Which way do I want to go with you? I think Bug. Yeah, because I want this to be Bug Fairy when it fully evolves. I have not seen this fusion yet, so we'll... Interesting.
It doesn't look too bad.
Yeah. Let's see. What does Shield Dust do? Blocks the... Oh, yeah, I'll do that. Speed, special defense. Let's go with Timid. I don't really know. Poison Sting. That's a nice one. String Shot. Let's go with that. I don't usually use stat reduction moves very much. Nope. Let's see. And this one, I have decided I'm going to name it Kriz, because its final form that I found on the calculator is freaking adorable, and Kriz is freaking adorable. So there you go. Alright. So that takes care of Weedle. Just double checking my notes here. All right, now let's actually get on with the story here. I know that's silly talk. Viridian Forest. See, was there anything that I needed that I could find in there? I think Venonat. Let me double check. Where's that? Where to find Venonat? Nope. What about... What was the other one? Hoppip. Okay, none of the ones I need are in the forest. Who are you? Bug-type Pokemon are my passion. Bug-type moves Fury Cutter. And I am, of course, just short. Hey, maybe once I beat another trainer, I'll come back and get it, because that is actually a good move. Okay. Antidote, very helpful. We may be doing some switch out training here. Yeah, I'm gonna switch out. I should find something better to fuse that Pukumuku with. I'm not gonna keep it on my team, but that Hootmuku just looks weird. Yes, I do remember these guys. There are Spinnerack all throughout Viridian Forest, which I will need on a different playthrough, but not now. Yeah, I actually got a little obsessed with putting together teams, and so this playthrough I'm doing an Evolution themed team, and the next team I put together just based on what I would be able to find at the end of the game. And then, just because I can, I also created a team of legendary fusions.
A team of legendaries?
Yes. Because this game has a New Game Plus feature, and when you start a new game, it will bring over all of the Pokemon you have in your box and set their levels to 5. Which means you can just keep playing and get together the Pokemon that you want / need for your teams.
Yeah, you named your Pokemon Chris.
Yes, I did.
Why?
I do like that they've mixed the generations in Kanto, because all of the games, even the remakes, have just the original 151. Even because it's cute, and Chris is cute, and Chris loves Eevee. Alright, let's see. I think common poisonous mushroom.
Why don't you name a Pokemon after yourself?
I don't really like to do that.
You don't?
No. I like to, mostly I like to look up mythological creatures that, are related to, whatever Pokemon I have. Like, this one. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Whatever. It's a Flareon Vaporeon mix. And I named it after a, mythical Scottish water dog. It's I pronounce the name Onchu, but I'm sure I'm saying it incorrectly. Because Scottish and Irish, they don't always sound the way they look. Yeah, I also planned their names based on what they will look like when they get their final evolutions. So while While this one is not as cute as it could be, it will definitely be incredibly cute when it's fully evolved.
Isn't the mix here form like kind of useless?
No, not really.
Yeah, with our Metapod was useless.
Well, they are if you get them from the wild, because wild ones, for some reason, they only know the move Harden. But like if you raise them from a Caterpie, they know more moves that are actually useful. But the reason I grabbed a Weedle is because all of the Beedrill fusions with the evolutions were very freaking cute, and I just decided I really wanted to use this one because I'm going to do a Sylveon Beedrill combination.
They look like an OBS border. Wait, yeah, I saw a yellow border.
Yeah, I'm using OBS to stream to YouTube.
I gotta stop streaming. I need to record now.
It is still streaming.
No, I just usually just record now.
Oh, I usually record Pokemon too, but I figured, you know what, let's have some fun and actually stream this.
The reason why I don't stream, I usually record on YouTube rather than stream because recording is just easier.
Yeah. I don't really want Taunt.
Why did you not on Taunt?
I don't really like moves like that because I'm pretty sure Taunt is one of those that forces the Pokemon to use only attacks or something like that. Okay, that is really cool.
Yeah.
I don't want Harden. Now, I'm definitely the kind of player who largely only uses straight up attacks instead of going for like stat lowering and stuff.
You skipped Harden.
Haha, I win. Alright, I think I should have enough money to go get that Fury Cutter move from that NPC. And I think I might hop back over to the Pokemon Center while I'm at it.
What have you been up to? Besides streaming?
What was that?
What have you been up to besides streaming?
Oh, I actually just got home from karaoke.
How was karaoke?
Oh, it was awesome. There were lots of people there tonight, so we only got a chance to sing one song, but it's still always so much fun. Oh, I guess I can't find that move.
I've been talking to a friend of mine. She thinks ponies are carbon-based life forms.
I don't see why they wouldn't be.
I always thought, since they don't live on Earth, they're not carbon-based, so.
Well, that Earth doesn't have a monopoly on carbon-based life forms. And they seem to live, breathe, and eat the same way we do, so I don't see why they wouldn't be.
Fair point, fair point. Yeah, their planet looks like a nitrogen. It actually looks like it's a nitrogen oxygen mix. So.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that because the sky is blue. So. It has to be. Like, I mean, oxygen only takes up a tiny portion of our atmosphere anyway. So,
Mm-hmm.
I forget the percentage.
Me too.
And I just know it's 20 something.
I want to say 21.
I wonder, does the ever really have dark magic in it?
Hmm?
Does it ever really contain dark magic?
I wouldn't say it's dark magic, just different magic. Because, like, I think my personal theory that I came up with while I was reviewing the Equestria Girls movies was that because of the crystals that the Equestria Girls found at Camp Everfree, that means there's likely a small tear between their realities, and so the way nature works in the human world sort of bleeds through into the pony world, and that's what causes the Everfree Forest.
And the fact that ponies are, always thought ponies are like afraid of the fact that nature just does whatever it wants.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yeah. And like I think it's that kind of thing where if we suddenly discovered a place on Earth where we could manipulate the weather and life and all of that, we would be freaked out too.
Wait, really? Really?
Yeah, because it's completely contrary to what we're used to.
Like, we're just used to letting nature do what it wants.
Mm-hmm. And ponies aren't.
I feel like even if we could control the weather, we wouldn't.
I think we would, especially the way climate change is going. Because, like, especially the last few weeks, getting towards springtime, a lot of places, at least in the U.S., are like, can we just pick a season?
Like, climate change ever happening long before humanity even existed. So,
Yeah, but we've made it worse. Because the current trend that the climate is going on should have taken thousands upon thousands of years, but now it's happening in hundreds of years, if not decades. And we have known about that since like the 1960s, but good old capitalism doesn't care.
I'm kind of worried if we'll get a day after tomorrow scenario.
I don't know. From what I've heard, that scenario is pure fiction.
Like, so we're not gonna get another ice age anytime soon.
Well, if we do, it won't be instantaneously like in that movie. But right now, things are definitely heating up, so we're heading away from an ice age. Now I'm curious about the final stage of a Caterpie Kakuna or Caterpie and Weedle fusion.
Like, aren't we supposed to have green technology by now?
We do have green technology. It's just not widespread. I mean, people are coming up with better and better alternatives every day, but they're just not fully accessible to all of society.
I just want that proxy war in Europe to end.
Mm.
Hmm. No, I call the war in Ukraine a proxy war because like, to me it seems like it.
I claim no knowledge of that, so I am not going to comment.
You know?
No. It's hard enough to keep track of what's going on stateside.
I don't really watch the news.
Me neither, but there.
I'm trying not my best to not vote. So
Yeah. No, I stopped paying attention to, like, especially the big news companies a long time ago. And so there are a lot of more reliable places, especially online.
can they be trusted though?
Yes, they are verified and reliable and get their sources from verified places, so. And if they are revealed to not be that, then we stop following them, so. Yeah, it got dark suddenly.
Why is it so dark?
I think it's the day-night cycle. It ticked over while I was battling that NPC. I wonder how much these mushrooms are actually going to sell for.
Don't most games usually have a bluish tint when it's nighttime?
Sometimes. Other times they just make it dark. As long as I can still see, I don't really care either way. I have officially gotten to the point where these Pokemon are too low level to actually give me any useful XP.
That can happen?
Oh yeah.
You're getting diminishing returns.
Yep. Oh, nice. I like Shed Skin. That's a useful ability.
This is kind of why I stopped playing Pokemon.
Why?
Because it gets to a point where you're just gonna get diminishing returns.
I mean, that is true of any game where you get to a specific point past the start of the game. But like,
Wait, you get diminishing returns upon leveling up?
yeah, because the stuff that you fight during the beginning of the game is just way too easy. But once you start fighting stuff that's closer to your level, you actually get the kind of XP and returns and whatever that are useful. I mean, that's pretty standard in RPGs. All right, here we go. Oh, that's so cute.
regular fusion look terrifying usually?
Yes. But one thing I discovered is that everything that you fuse with Eevee becomes absolutely adorable. Oh, I wonder if I can learn that move now. Okay, I think I'm just going to flee from these since I'm not actually getting very good XP anymore. That's an interesting fusion. Oh, come on. It's going to take me a while to get back to the start of the forest. Almost.
I ain't making until you grind this much.
Well, I'm not really grinding now. I'm just trying to get.
I mean, when you like move around.
Oh yeah, I think their spawn rates are more frequent in this, which I don't really mind. As long as I can get away easily. All right, let's see. Yes, I know how it works. Oh, good. Now let's go ahead and replace tackle.
I did not replace screenshot.
I don't know. It might come in handy. I don't know. But I don't think that was the direction I wanted to go. My only problem with spawns this often is the flashing screen can give me a headache. That is one thing that I definitely like from the newer generations is they're phasing out animations like that.
Why the?
What was that?
Why fade out those kind of animations?
Because they cause headaches, and if they get frequent enough, people with epilepsy can be triggered into seizures. So it's a health thing, which I highly appreciate because I don't have seizures, but I do get headaches from flashing lights and stuff. So I absolutely hate strobe lights. Catterdoodle.
You'll get headaches from the lights, flashing lights.
Yeah. I think they look exactly the same as poison mushrooms. Okay. You're gonna pinch if you need to heal your Pokemon, but you better have an antidote ready. Really interesting. Alrighty. Second half of Route 2. And Pewter City, we made it. I do not know what you're doing. Okay. That's helpful. Hotel? Interesting. I will check that out after I heal. Oh, I read about this guy with the Tyrogue. I was originally going to use a one of the Hitmon evolutions for my fighting type, but I did not like any of the fusions that it came up with.
I was watching New Proud Family, and in one episode, I did not like what I heard.
Yeah.
Like, like they're saying like slaves built this country. I'm like, no, they didn't.
Well, yes, they did actually. They built everything. They did the labor.
But that 90% of Americans did not own slaves, though.
That doesn't matter. Whether they own slaves or not is irrelevant.
Like, like, and they don't teach about the black slave owners in schools. So
Again, it's irrelevant.
how is it irrelevant then?
Because whether or not black slave owners existed, it was still slavery. And white people were by and large the most numerous, especially in America, and they were the ones in power.
The fact that we had to fight a civil war over it when all the rest of the world got rid of it peacefully is really telling.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we fought a civil war over it while the rest of the world got rid of it peacefully is really telling.
Yes, it is. Oh, interesting.
Like, why didn't the Family Fire just get rid of it right then and there?
Because greed.
It
And
was already on its way out, so why not just get rid of it right then and there?
because greed and privilege, and people didn't want to change, especially Americans. Conservative Americans are constantly resistant to change.
I'm willing to bet, you know, when you made the content, he was trying to speed it up.
Very tiny mushrooms. I think I only got poison mushrooms.
Like, yeah, I don't think he intended on trying to like keep slavery going when he invented the cotton gin.
Oh no, he wanted to make things better for workers, but of course it just made things worse because slave owners were like, "Oh, now we can make them work even harder and get us more profit." Now, so many things that people have invented in history are were intended for good things, but were twisted by bad people. Okay. Okay. Can I just give you a revive I have? I guess not. Okay, so this dude wants to see a fully evolved bug type.
I'm like, at the end of World War II, why would the United States of America let the Japanese workers get off scot free but punish the Nazis?
I don't know. I don't pretend to understand anything like that. I think a lot of people, my guess would be a lot of people thought that dropping the two bombs on Japan were enough punishment already. Oh, he just gave me a pineco.
I'm afraid. This is what I'm afraid. What I'm afraid of, though, is the Chinese Civil War resuming.
I don't know. I don't know. You know,
Like,
the world sucks right now. So can we talk about something else?
sorry. But Maybe
Like,
the first one.
look at this adorable bug Pokemon. This is so cute.
Yeah. It, I don't know the gender. They are. I was gonna say it, but no.
Okay, so we're relearning moves. Fury attack. Okay. Now, I kind of want to see. Yes, I want to infuse it. Now I need to go get another DNA splicer. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's go sell these poison mushrooms. Get some DNA splicers. And maybe find that kid's revive.
Are you 10 years old?
At the beginning of this game, they actually let you choose your age, and so I chose 17, which was the oldest it would let me. Mist ball. Okay.
They don't let you be any older than that?
Nope. For some reason, must be children.
But 17 isn't really a child, though.
Technically, it's still child, not adult, at least in the US. Let's see what you look like fused with Pineco. Okay. That is not much better.
That's crazy.
It does.
Bye.
All the moves that I don't want. I may just.
Why did you skip by?
It's another one I don't like. It's you take damage and then deal it back, and it's just like I don't really like moves that allow damage or just like delay taking damage. It's why I don't like moves like detect and protect. It's just like you're just delaying the inevitable. I'm just gonna put these two in here. I think the team that I have right now should be good to go up against Brock. First, let's see if I can find that revive. Oh, hey, that was easy. I wonder who this could belong to. Maybe that one person that we talked to. Though I do wonder why these three people are all in the same room. I like these little quests. This is a good addition.
What exactly is an HM again?
I got an HM Flash and the TM Frustration.
What is an HM again?
Hidden move. They're like the surf and cut and all those that help you get to different areas.
Hey, that's what it means?
Yes. I know I only have one, but let's use it.
What does TM mean?
Technical machine. It's just the name of the machines that you use to teach Pokemon moves. Okay, more poison mushrooms. I get the feeling I may not be bringing tiny mushrooms back to that person anytime soon. Oh, and there's a Paris. Paris might have a tiny mushroom though, but whatever.
How long will you be on?
I have only $67, so
I said, how long will you be on?
I don't know. I haven't really planned this out. This is just a whim. You know, I think I'll come back to that person when I get the mushrooms. Yeah, what's really nice was this game let me choose which starter I wanted, and I chose the Vaporeon Flareon fusion because I like to keep the starter that I got at the beginning of the game, and so I was really um, not wanting to get a starter and then dump it for my evolution team because I tried combos with all of the starters and none of them worked. Okay, this would be where you can get the fossils revived.
At least they're not doing. At least they're doing better than Jurassic Park. You know what I mean? Like I think Jurassic Park was doomed to fail.
Yeah, it was.
Even without energy, it was doomed to fail. Because despite what Hannah says, they spared a lot many expenses.
Yes. Okay, so they claim that the prehistoric Pokemon were already rock types. Mudslap. Okay. Sure. Question number 1. Pokemon Kabuto. That is the dome fossil. Only fossil cannot evolve. That's Aerodactyl. Regenerated from the skull fossil. I think that's Cranidos. Yay, I won. Let's go for Thor. Thor needs a typed move.
How did you know all those?
Hmm?
How did you know all those?
I'm a nerd.
Are
Yeah, well, and playing through another Pokemon fan game, Pokemon Reborn, I recently completed the Pokédex, which required getting the fossil Pokemon, and you get those through mining, and so I pretty much had to memorize which fossils turned into what. So that's relatively fresh in my mind. Oh, Magikarp. Poor Magikarp.
Why?
Because people seem to constantly forget that it turns into one of the strongest Pokemon in the world. And they just look at it and they're like, this thing's useless. It's weak. It just flops around. And it's like, yeah, but if you level it up a little bit. Okay, can't sell them. That is one thing I get annoyed by is not being able to sell TMs that you don't want. Because then they just start to clutter up your inventory. See, who can learn Flash? Can anyone learn Flash? I think think Ralts can, so okay, BB can.
Everyone underestimates Magikarp.
Yes.
I mean,
Well,
because isn't it kind of true though?
well, when it's Magikarp, yes, it is kind of useless, but then it evolves into Gyarados if you actually give it some love and attention. So if you actually, give it the time of day, you'll get good things.
Fresh water.
Yep. No, I wanted to battle you. Georan. I love some of these evolutions. They're so some of these fusions. They're so funny. All right, let's see what you got. No, I'm about 20 feet from Brock. GOP. It's like a baby Onyx.
That's easy.
Yep. Sand dude. It's just floating in the air with the tiny feet. Some of these just tickle me. I don't know why. Alright, let's go ahead and save, but I'm pretty sure I'll get this pretty quickly with Onchu. Oh, that's nice. That actually makes sense. That's the kind of limitation that they have in the show, so why not have it in the game?
But in the games, you can use as many as you want.
Yeah, and you can use as many healing items as you want. It's like a little black and white cartoon Pidgey. I am hoping someday that they'll get unique cries for the fused Pokemon. Dear God, that's too many faces. I must kill it.
Jesus Christ, is horrifying.
Kill the faces. Well, shoot.
Shoot.
At least it's only at 1 HP. Get him, Thor. Oh, he's sturdy. That's helpful. Yay. Disarming voice. Ooh, that's a fairy type move, isn't it? Yes, yes, it is. That is very useful. I took you for granted. Boulder badge. Do, 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 do. One premium Wonder Trade ticket? I have no idea what that is.
Isn't this basically just the original game, but different?
Not really. Let's see, where is it?
No, because it's 7 cancel, so I assume this is basically just the original game.
Okay, I don't know what that Wonder Trade ticket is. I didn't even know there was Wonder Trading, so maybe it's... Okay. Getting lots of cheers going on out there, I guess. And it got dark again. Let's see.
As you can see.
Yes, I can see. I like being able to see. Okay, I wonder if the wonder trading thing.
Better than some 3D games where it's pitch black.
Yes. Ooh, move reminder. For 1,000, never mind.
A lot of 3D games love to do that. Why?
I don't know.
I'm saying they like to have it pitch black where you can only really see.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so annoying. No, I want to know what the Wonder Trade ticket is. Okay. With a random trainer from around the world. With premium tickets, the Pokemon you get are more rare and guaranteed to have a custom sprite. You get more premium tickets by defeating gym leaders. You can also purchase standard tickets. Sure, why not? But not with any of those three.
Aren't they all custom though?
No. Several of them are generated. The ones that I picked for my teams are custom. Like that is a generated one. Yeah, let's just go ahead and trade away the Hoot Hoot. Okay. Let's see what I get. Blue sends Zach. What is a Zach? It is a Picarith. Okay. That is actually kind of adorable. I might keep it and see what it looks like when it evolves. Plus, that gets me an electric type for a while. I think. You okay over there?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Time to move on out. Moving right along. Oh, hello there. Professor of Existence doing some field work around here. Came across something incredible. You really got to see this. Seems like there's a outbreak of wild Pokemon with hidden abilities on this route. I saw one of them in this very patch of grass. You'll be able to tell at the start of the battle if a Pokemon has its hidden ability. This is a very, very, very rare event. We're lucky to be witnessing it so close to home. But I don't expect it to last for a very long time either, so you should try to catch one of these rare Pokemon while you still have the chance. Interesting. Route 3. I don't think I need anything on Route 3. I do not. Ah, the shorts boy. It's like a baby griffin. Almost. Ouch. Take that. I lost my comfy feeling.
I'm trying to think. Does the Crystalline Power Puppet State of Equestria?
Say that again.
Is the Crystal Empire a puppet state of Equestria?
I don't know. That was never answered. Like,
Like I always thought it was because Cadence is not from there.
I don't know. It's hard to say if it's its own sovereign nation or if it is like a territory of Equestria. Because like I know that it's they call it the Crystal Empire, but it's just one city. And like yeah, Rome had an empire and they were technically just one city, but they had power all over the known world. So I don't know. At the very least, Equestria helped them recover. Play nice. What does play nice actually do? User and the target become friends. The target loses the will to fight, lowering its attack stat. Okay. It's not anything I actually can use.
Like, why would Samba practice like slavery?
Because he was evil?
Is it really any different when we did it though?
Slavery was still evil.
You know what I'm saying? Is it any different?
I don't understand the question.
Like, I want to ask, why did Samba practice slavery?
Because he was evil.
That's it?
Yes. Slavery is an evil practice. And even in the comics, he was shown to be the product of evil creatures, so.
Until he was evil. Until he wasn't.
Like, they did.
If you read that saga, you know.
Yeah.
He was evil. Until he wasn't.
Yeah, they did redeem him in the comics. But, like, the comics are considered canon until proven otherwise by the show, and it was proven otherwise by the show. But I still used that saga as an example for something in one of my videos, because really the only thing that it changed about Sombra was his fate. But I get the feeling that his origin remained true in the show.
Like, technically, only 3 characters really died in the show, but one almost died. Discord, no, the Storm King and Sombra.
I'm not entirely sure if the Storm King died, because like Tempest and the princesses were revived from their stone form, and so there is that theory of if they put the Storm King's pieces back together right, he could be revived too. And like in the ending credits, they showed his quote unquote statue blinking. So
They did?
yes, it's no pun intended. It's a blink and you miss it. But they show the Storm King minions, the Yetis, I think they wound up calling them, reassembling his statue, and yeah, it was blinking.
That's creepy.
It is, yes. But have you ever seen the show Farscape?
No, I don't think I've heard of that.
It's a really good show. You should check it out. But during one episode, they reach a planet where the basically prince and princess are frozen as bronze statues for 80 years, but they are still alive and they are able to sense the world around them, kind of like the way Discord was when he was in stone. And even if the people are damaged while they are statues, as long as they are put back together, they can be revived. Like the one of the characters mentions that at some point in the culture's history, there was a massive earthquake and one of the statues was broken in half, but they were able to put him back together, and all he suffered was a severe limp.
Uh,
And so that's my theory for what happened with the Storm King. Oh, that's cute. I like that.
like also at the end of the comics, they show Chrysalis' statue like gone.
Yes, I found that interesting, and I doubt that we're going to come back to that, which is annoying.
You got that the villains are gonna break, possibly break free.
Hard to say. You know, I get the feeling that though the season 10 comics are not going to be considered canon to the show, because it's difficult to say whether the showrunners have any say in what happens with the comics, and they're free to just acknowledge or ignore anything that goes on.
I feel like the Legion of Doom was the closest to victory.
What was the closest to victory?
The Legion of Doom.
Yes, they were. I mean, they
Toppled Equestria.
yeah. I mean, they managed to bring back the Wendigos. That is pretty freaking scary. Oh, you know what? I do consider the Wendigos as villains that were killed, because otherwise, why aren't they in Gen 5?
G5. I mean, yeah, basically, Chrysalis here, the Koga preyed on the, tensions that are still bubbling beneath the surface.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Celestia could keep Equestria together that long.
Uh, I don't know. It's kind of like one of those things where society is only being held together by its laws and stuff like that, like the whole Lord of the Flies argument. Um, but when you have someone or something actively prodding those sensitive spots where people are like, prejudiced, then yeah, things are gonna get bad.
Isn't that the sort of thing a species are supposed to fight against, usually?
Eh, it depends on the culture. The Spear fusions are all just fuzzy.
Zach?
Now Zack is Pikachu Anorith. But like those two that I just or three that I just battled, they were Spearow fusions, and they were all just like fuzzy. Oh, okay, I won't argue with that. When you finish your, yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna finish the Pokédex because, as it said in the beginning, when you count fusions, there are over 175,000 in the Pokédex, so I don't think I'm gonna finish it.
No. Oh, that much? No.
No,
I'm not gonna finish it. And it's not anytime soon.
yeah, it's only been in the, it's a little yellow ball. It's only been in the more recent games that I've actually bothered finishing the Pokédex, and that is primarily due to the games that don't have the national decks that have all 1,000 Pokemon in them. Which is why I never understand people whining about the national decks being left out, and I'm like, do you seriously want to catch all of those?
No, I wouldn't.
And it's just like I also, when I start a new game, I like to limit myself to Pokemon specifically found in that new region, because why not
Go back to
use,
the original ones.
yeah, why not use what they give you, the new stuff that they release. Like if there's a regional variant, this is interesting. If there's a regional variant, I'll use it. No.
I'm never watching reviews of Billy Vanilli. Everyone's saying that Pinkie Pie was all out of character.
Pinkie
I
Pie often
think
is out of character.
I think she was in character because she doesn't have a lot of tact.
Yeah.
And I think she was actually in character. So I didn't excuse what she did.
So when is this?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
Billy Vanilli.
Oh, yeah, she really reverted to her pre-season 3 self. I did not like that.
Like, really, like, I feel ready to call her out and the doctor on the newspaper on the head.
Yeah. No, like, that was the kind of behavior from Pinkie Pie that I really disliked in the early seasons. And it wasn't until around season 3 or 4, I think when they did the magic keys, that I really got to like her, because she matured and she got better. And that's, yes, she did. And
Well,
that bit in Philly Vanilli was just, no. It was not good.
I always thought that she only got depth when the episodes focused on her.
Eh,
That annoys me.
sometimes yes, sometimes no. It really depends on the writers.
Like, it is interesting at the end of the series, like, that Twilight took Equestria out of what was basically isolationism to, like, being the premier, like, spreading friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why was Equestria isolationist anyway?
I don't know. I don't think it was strictly like isolationist. I think it was just no one thought to actually go out and talk to those other races until,
You know what I meant. You know what I meant there.
I think so. Oop, Zubat. Clefbat.
Oh, boy.
No, no singing.
When I was growing up, the level used to be just be covered with their status. Why don't they take that? Why don't they remove that?
Eh.
But yeah, I used to play when the old Pokemon games, the level was covered. Maybe it's for a UI thing.
I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use a repel for the moment. Oop.
Oh.
Team Rocket.
No. Are you?
It what? Oh, hey, nice.
I guess I'll think that.
I don't actually have Rock Smash yet, but I'm sure there's a way around it.
It's Team Rocket if I'm remembering correctly.
Hmm?
That's Team Rocket if I remember right.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to assume I need to go out and talk to Brock again, and he'll destroy the rocks.
Aren't you fast travel?
No. Do, do, do. Okay. Oh, I didn't actually see what that said. Whatever. Sounds just like the works of Team Rocket. They're a local group of Pokemon gangsters, but they usually stick to petty crimes. It's worrying to see them being so bold as to attack Pokemon trainers. Oh, so the path was blocked by a boulder. I might be able to help with that. Hey, look at that, Rock Smash.
You got Rock Smash?
Yup. It's a TM, not an HM. Interesting. All rocks are precious to me, so I don't like using this move. Oh, Brock.
Whatever, Brock.
Alright, let's see. Of course, Thor can't learn it yet, so let's teach it to Zach for now. He can be my HM slave.
Yeah, HM what?
HM slave. A Pokemon that you keep on the team for specifically using HMs that you don't find useful in battle. It's a term I don't necessarily like using, but I can't really think of anything else to call it. Of course, then there are the people who, like PETA, who think this game is evil because you're putting Pokemon in tiny balls and forcing them to fight. And I'm like, yeah, but in the lore of the world, Pokemon fight anyway.
Even without people?
Hmm?
Even without people?
Yes. They are constantly battling each other, so it's basically just catching them and
It's not that different from our world.
yeah, it's not that different from like horses. We
Animals fight in the wild too.
Mhm.
Fight each other too. So
yeah, and when it's done correctly, things can be done humanely. And like I feel like in the world of Pokemon, trainer battles are considered humane because if the trainer actually cares about their Pokemon, then they'll heal them, they'll take care of them, and create a bond with them. But if they're groups like Team Rocket who don't care about the Pokemon, then they'll just beat them senseless and toss them.
yeah, those like guys like Paul in the anime.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite theories about the Pokemon world is that humans are Pokemon.
Really?
Yes, and humans in this world created away the ability to use various moves for intelligence. Kind of like the way humans in real life sacrificed actually quite a few heightened senses and abilities for brain power. And that's why we domesticate other animals. Let's see. Okay, there's the Team Rocket dude. I'm trying to remember Basement 2 and Mountain Moon. Let me pull this up on the Discord. Where to find Moonstone? Okay. So earlier, on a rock in the dark cave, you can enter on basement floor 2 in Mountain Moon. Or in Mountain Moon Square at night, wherever that is. Okay. I'll have to refer back to that picture when I get there. We, Team Rocket, are Pokemon gangsters. We strike fear with our strength. No, not really. Do they have their own ball?
This is not as bad as Team Galactic.
Yeah. Team Galactic was pretty bad.
One to cause Armageddon.
Yeah. Or Team Flare.
Why?
Team Flare wanted to cause Armageddon too.
Why?
I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played those games. But like, no, the groups that are just bullies are like the lesser of two evils. Or however many evils. Lucky Chant. What does that do again? Chance an incantation toward the sky, preventing the foe from landing critical hits. Meh. Zooans. I'm going to guess Zubat Ekans? Oh my god, these fusions are so funny. Rage. No, I do not like that move. Yes, you blew it. No, I think Team Rocket's going to get hurt. At least more than me. Okay. Let's see. Who has the 96? Okay, let's put you up front. Just because you have the most experience to gain. Okay. I fully expected this to be another NPC that was defeated already. Jiggly Fairy. Can't argue with that. Excuse you, I was using that move.
Can't use it anymore?
No, that's what disable does. So, there. You're a small child in shorts. What are you going to do against thugs with Pokemon? Nidoshrew. Aw, that's adorable. Too bad I have to kill it.
It doesn't do much.
No, it doesn't. Okay. Yes, you lost. No. I think once I get to the post game, I might just play around with fusions, just to see what they look like in game and if they're any different from the fusion calculator. Oh, one of the really funny fusions, because like you can do double fusions of the same Pokemon, and most of them will have their own unique look. And if you do two Oddishes, it turns into a Radish. There we go. I'm wondering when Thor's going to evolve. I don't remember what level Kirlia evolves.
Honestly, I'm interested in G5.
Hmm?
I'm interested in G5 to see whether Equestria will reunify or will they stay like separate, but at the same time like they're back together.
Well, so far they're getting back together because at least in Maritime Bay, the different pony species are getting integrated pretty well, and which got a lot easier when Earth Pony magic was reawakened. Which I'm like, finally they explained what Earth Pony magic is. And it was actually pretty darn close to what I theorized, which I was very happy about.
Agri plants?
Yeah, they have growing magic. In G5 so far, it's just been shown as magically growing plants, but in G4, in some of the peripheral stuff, uh, that is interesting. They explained that yes, actually, ponies can grow crystals, which is what rock farms are, and yes, and that is actually canon. Because if you remember in the episode where they introduced Countess Coloratura, at the start of the episode, Twilight made mention of a party that Pinkie Pie put together, which did not happen in the show, but it was a book. Because the party that
Pinkie Pie rockin' Pony Palooza.
something like that, and yeah, in the book, they were putting on the concert to raise funds to save the rock farm because fewer and fewer ponies were buying the crystals and other gems that they grew there in favor of the cheaper ones from the Crystal Empire.
So basically, the Crystal Empire is existing and putting them out of business.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I was was up for a long time. What exactly is a rock farm? Isn't it technically like a mine or like a quarry?
Kind of, but except like with a mine or a quarry, you're going searching. That is terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
In a mine or a quarry, you're going searching for resources, but in a farm, you're growing the resources, and so they knew exactly what was in what rock or had some inkling of what was in what rock. And now that I think of it, in Pinkie Pie's Cutie Mark story, she said that they were rotating the rocks from one field to another, and I will bet you they were doing that due to nutrients. That is also terrifying, because that is why real farmers rotate crops, is to refresh the nutrients in the soil.
Like, crop rotation is still a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I saw something earlier that's claimed that fruits and vegetables over the last few decades have actually been losing their nutrient value because farmers are starting to favor quantity over quality, which I'm like, yeah, unfortunately that makes sense. And that kind of thing is why I don't subscribe to organic quote unquote farming, because it is worse for the environment and the product is vastly inferior.
Dude, natural, like, oh my god.
No, like the problem with organic farming is they still use pesticides and herbicides and stuff. They're just quote unquote more natural, but that does not mean healthier for the environment. And because they have such smaller quantities, they have to clear a lot more land in order to keep up with mass produced farms.
The reason why they use like pesticides in the first place is just to keep bugs and stuff away.
Mm-hmm. No. Yes, you lost against the kids. Haha.
Mm-hmm.
Eh.
I've always wondered, is Boomer really a spoiled prince or was that just an act?
Oh, I'm sure he was a spoiled rotten prince.
I think it was just an act.
Why?
Because we haven't really seen him outside of that one episode.
That doesn't mean he wasn't spoiled rotten. No, I fully believe he that was genuinely his personality, especially when you look at the rest of the aristocracy of Equestria.
Most of them are snobbish.
Mm-hmm. Like Fancy Pants was the exception. Kitty, kitty.
It's kind of like par for the course in an aristocratic government. So, like, I've been reading up on the French Revolution, and it was a mess.
Yeah.
Like, someone told me that they had massive stores of food. The nobility.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if it was true.
It wouldn't? Why not?
Because nobility are historically selfish and don't care about the people who actually run the world.
So basically, they're willing to let the rest of the country starve.
Mm-hmm. No, people, especially like aristocracy in power, don't comprehend the fact that they are not the ones who actually run things. Like, that is why, even today, you see people talking down about garbage collectors. But without garbage collectors, we would be buried in our trash within days. I mean, it happened during the lockdown. And so, people, especially snobs, frown upon them when they literally run the entire world. Like, if everyone in jobs like that went on strike, things would be in chaos. In fact, I remember seeing something, I think about Norway or somewhere in Scandinavia. All of the women went on strike sometime, I want to say in the 1970s. And they were a big enough part of the workforce that the country ground to a halt. And it wasn't long before their demands were met because they were so desperately needed. See, I think I'm going to make my way back to the Pokemon Center. Because I got a Moonstone, which will evolve an Eevee to an Umbreon, and that's one of the ones I want. Plus, it couldn't hurt to just heal.
People have it easy these days.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, that is one thing that I've realized about modern people is we are spoiled ass rotten.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people say, oh, the world is a horrible place. I'm like, we have it easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, other people say, oh, the world is a horrible, horrible place. I'm like,
oh, honey.
I'm like, modern humans have it really, really easy.
Mm-hmm.
Peace has done what, I'm like peace has done what I suspected it has. It has made us spoiled.
I wouldn't say peace has, I would say technology has. But, yes, conflict breeds invention, but peace, I would say, breeds artisticness. I completely lost the word there. Artistry, that's the word I was looking for. And so, like, yeah, things still get better and are advanced during peacetime. So it like conflict and war and all that is not a requirement for things to get better.
No, it isn't. Like, we have had wars on and off throughout our entire history.
Mm-hmm.
I say on and off because we haven't had our peaceful moments before now. So,
Well, there is always war somewhere in the world.
old saying is, if you want peace, prepare for war. That's what I. That's at least I'm probably paraphrasing here. I'm probably getting it wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. Alrighty, I think I'm going to.
You say modern lifestyle spoil humanity,
Yes.
but how come we're not all like blue blood though?
Because
Most
even if because in a way we are spoiled, but in a way we also still have our conflict. Blue blood has everything provided for him. At least I don't doubt he does. But people like you and me, we still have to work hard and often fight for what we need. And so yes, we have conflict, but it is not the everyday life or death situation that our ancestors were accustomed to. Because modern medicine especially has made it so less likely that we will die from even a simple injury like a cut. Whereas before people learned about germs and how disease spread, uh, you could die from one bad cut that got infected. And nowadays people don't quite have this realization of how good we do have it by and large. But the world still is not perfect,
no.
and so life is still horrible for billions of people across the planet. But when I mainly say people are spoiled, I largely mean people in technologically advanced countries like the U.S., the U.K., Australia, places like that, where we have stuff like this at our fingertips.
I feel like Fauna would be like jealous because we have access to knowledge at our fingertips.
And yet we are still so horribly misinformed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Flat earthers, vaccine deniers.
Yeah. Like, I actually asked one of my old teachers was the moon landing fake since she lived through that pit era.
Mm-hmm.
She said it wasn't.
Oh, no. And, have you ever heard of the show Adam Ruins Everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did an episode about the moon landing, and they came to the conclusion that it would have been far more difficult and expensive to fake the moon landing than to actually do it. Because especially in 1960s, they did not have the technology to do that.
Yeah, it's like I know this is a cartoon, but I remember the episode of Futurama. They showed the flag still had its color. I highly doubt in by the time 2000 the flag will be like that, will be intact.
Oh no, it's already bleached. I mean, that's
Really?
what. Yeah, yeah. It was almost pure white by I want to say 10 years, because there is nothing between it and solar radiation, which is what causes bleaching. And that kind of thing is why historical documents like the U.S. The Declaration of Independence are kept in such strictly controlled environments where they are either completely shielded from UV light or have UV light filter glass on their
Because
case.
those kinds of documents are so old.
Yeah, well, and not only that, when they were first put on display, humans didn't know about that kind of thing. They didn't know that UV radiation and sunlight in general would cause the uh, ink to fade and be bleached. And so, by the time we discovered that kind of thing, one of the original copies of the Declaration of Independence was almost completely blank.
Hmm. Like, and the concept of protecting our history is relatively recent.
Hmm. And it's not necessarily a lack of caring about preserving our history, it's a lack of knowledge how to. Um, but there are things that it didn't occur to people that it should be preserved, like back in the early days of the film industry, Hollywood and all that. They largely did not keep copies of reels. They would show them, make their run, and then they would be destroyed because why would we keep this around? And like that part of thing was still actually relatively recent, because that is also why we have so little of the original Doctor Who still around. Oh my god, how does that thing fly?
Oh my god. Like, take the pyramids for instance. They used to be pure white. Like, yeah, they used to have, uh, they used to be white, have a white outer casing with a gold capstone.
See, isn't there a way to sort? I don't
Yeah,
remember. Let's see. See, how much does a freshwater heal? 50 points. Okay. Um,
like it was just for building materials, I guess.
I don't know.
The limestone.
Well, okay. I'm gonna save the rare candy. Okay, I think I hit something that made the animations go faster. Yes, I did. How do I stop that? I don't want it. I don't want it to do that. Okay, there we go. No, stop that.
Like during the fall of Rome, the barbarians were only, despite what our history books teach us, the barbarians were only part of the problem.
Hmm.
Like you know how history teaches us the barbarians caused the fall of Rome.
I don't
They were,
think that was ever something I learned.
they were only part of the problem.
Oh yeah, it's never just one thing. Like I just recently watched this show called Mysteries at the Museum, where they talk about, what the hell is that? Um, where they talk about various artifacts in museums all over the world and stories attached to them. And World War II alone, there were so many stories where the actions of one random person made very big difference in who won and who lost. And we talk about stuff like D-Day and the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And yeah, they were the big things that we did that ended the war, but there was still a lot of little stuff behind the scenes that really clinched the win.
Like Japan never could have beaten the United States of America.
Doubtful, no.
I don't think they could have even beaten China.
I don't know. But like one story that I watched um, was actually someone who worked on the Manhattan Project. And he kind of had this epiphany that nuclear weapons are something that should not be in control of only one country. And so he leaked just about everything he could get his hands on to the Soviets. And that was one of the major catalysts to cause the Cold War.
Okay, what's going on?
I'm guessing a 3 Pokemon fusion.
Perhaps.
He's not a little robot. Oh dear God.
Is that a robot? Oh.
Someone put that thing out of its misery. Okay, I need a different...
Yeah, I've seen some really ugly. I don't think I've ever seen such ugly Pokemon. Not in the game, not in the official games.
Depends on your definition of ugly.
Nothing like that, no.
Ah, my throat's getting sore. Let's go ahead and learn Bite. Oh, Swift is good.
No, I'm surprised. How is King Costume the only one that wasn't robbed?
Say again?
How is King Costume the only one that was not robbed?
It was very well hidden. And it was very... Compared to other tombs, it was plain. So, looters didn't really have much reason to loot it, or either they didn't want to, or they just couldn't find it.
I think that's probably why they just stopped building pyramids. They're just giant vanity projects.
Well, King Tutankhamun was buried in the Valley of Kings, where dozens, if not hundreds, of pharaohs were buried. Like pyramids and other monuments like that were the exception rather than the rule.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought pyramids were the norm.
Mm-mm. No, if pyramids were the norm, there would be way more than just the handful that we know of. But another thing that they discussed on that Mysteries in the Museum show was a theory that there is actually more to King Tutankhamun's tomb, and behind a wall somewhere there might actually be an entire other tomb that the archaeologists think might belong to Queen Nefertiti. But right now they only have theories, because in order to confirm or deny that theory, they would have to destroy very ancient art and important relics.
Yeah, they don't want to do that.
Yeah. So until we can get the technology to literally see through walls instead of just get vague echolocation, basically, it's just a theory. Yes, triple fusion.
Question, why had you know Qin Shi Huang, the first Chinese emperor?
Vaguely.
Like, I'm trying to question why haven't they opened his tomb, and I'll figure out why. Because it contains dangerous amounts of mercury down there.
Mm. Is that the emperor that was buried with the terracotta warriors?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've heard of that. Like,
Yeah.
there's a big mystery around those themselves, because like they're like a couple thousand warriors, and every single one is unique. And to our knowledge, only one person in China's history was able to create those. And so it's one of those questions of, if he was the only one who could make these, how did he make so many within one lifetime? And I personally think that maybe he had assistants or apprentices that we don't know about. Because especially if it's for a freaking emperor, he would be hard pressed not to make an exception.
He thought that like liquid mercury would give him immortality.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what killed him.
Yeah, unfortunately, many things that people thought would give them immortality in history were actually the ones that killed them.
Mm.
Look at the Clefairy dancing, they're so cute. And how do I get up to that?
It's also like it has it that his tomb is booby trapped.
Yeah.
That's what I read about. His tomb is booby trapped.
No, it would not surprise me.
Why not?
I'm gonna start a stick and sell that for good money.
Why surprise you?
Because a lot of super powerful emperors back in the day were paranoid and thoroughly believed that stuff that they brought with them in their tomb would be brought with them in the afterlife.
And it wouldn't.
Well, we don't know, no. But they always did their best to make sure that they would retain their power even in the afterlife. Like, we don't have 100% certain knowledge of what happens after we die, so.
For all we know, nothing can happen.
Yeah, and that's the scary part. Because, like, we literally cannot comprehend non-existence. And so I think that is part of the reason why every culture in history has some form of afterlife and soul.
Because we can't comprehend the idea that after we die, that's just it.
Yeah. And I will admit, I am honestly scared of the idea of non-existence because, again, can't comprehend it. And while I am a Christian, there are times when I get scared that we may be wrong.
You and me both.
Yeah. And I've tried talking to my dad about it. He's a biblical scholar, and he is, unshakably convinced. Me, not so much.
What?
Convinced about, that Christianity is correct about all of this.
Is correct or isn't?
Is. Like, I cannot say for 100% certain that what we believe is correct.
I mean, a lot of the stuff that happened in like the Bible, like especially Old Testament, would not fly today. So,
Mm,
like, I've actually read the Bible.
I haven't. Haven't been able to get through it.
A lot of like stuff, in especially in Old Testament, would not fly today.
Oh no.
No, I'm mostly referring to the punishments. Yeah, that wouldn't happen. I think some countries still do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't like. I'm talking about stuff like stoning.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so
I've always thought, oh, how can it kill someone?
what, stoning?
How can such a small rock kill someone?
It's not about one small rock, it's about dozens of rocks being thrown at high velocity. Like, rubber bullets are billed as non-lethal, but they're, if used incorrectly, they can still kill. Because, there is no form of fighting or subduing a person that does not do some kind of harm.
No matter how hard we try.
Nope. At least not with the
Yeah,
technology we have.
Yeah, we're trying to be more humane, more non-lethal.
Mm-hmm. But say like looking at football, American football, even some of the least traumatic tackles and falls in the game build up to brain damage. And these people, they play for decades sometimes, and it is almost unheard of for a career football player, to not come away with without brain damage.
The world is both a fascinating and scary place.
Hmm?
I said, planet Earth is a fascinating and scary place.
Very much.
No, I said, it really is. Like, despite there are places, there are animals that can and will kill humans.
Mm-hmm.
It's why I always question why are hippopotamuses so they don't look so scary.
Oh, they are one of the deadliest creatures in Africa. And it's mainly because they are so territorial. And they're just so massive that they just do harm by virtue of their sheer size.
Well, what I've read, even predators are like that.
Mm-hmm. Because they are one of the largest mammals in Africa.
Whereas compared to their twins, like they're gentle giants.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm from the rhinos.
Rhinos, they can be pretty nasty too.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Let's see. I wanted the flying type with you, I believe. Let's be on jump up. I'll switch it if it turns out to be the wrong one.
It says that they're endangered.
Yeah. Well, and oh, that is so cute. Something I learned recently is that on rhinos, at least, their horns can regrow. So,
Really?
like, yeah, I did not know that. And so it's just like, if these people actually cared, they could just farm them. But no, they're greedy. They want their money right this second, and so they kill these innocent creatures. All right. And
This isn't like the old days, like our early days where we needed to hunt to survive. Like, why? Why do it?
yeah, I know. Man. Okay, so let's see. Let's see, I got Hoppip. Q bonus on Route 5.
Honestly, I can see why people are afraid of the ocean. It's not the ocean itself that's scary.
Mm-hmm. No, there are a lot of things in the oceans that are terrifying, and there are a lot of things in the ocean that are beautiful. I mean, that's just true of any environment. See, I don't need a moonstone anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that. I don't know why I need the XP share when XP all is on. Alrighty.
Like, I think we can bring animals back from the dead, but it's not. We're not gonna do dinosaurs.
I hope not. Like, if we ever figure out how to bring
Okay.
dinosaurs, because dinosaurs are terrifying, and they're like some of the largest animals that have ever lived. Okay. What do you have? Netball and Pretty Wing.
I imagine a T-Rex can eat a person whole. So, yeah, that's terrifying.
Mm.
That's, and we're discovering more and more the dinosaurs probably weren't scaling, like in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, no, we're finding out that most of them actually had feathers of some sort.
That's even actually I find the idea of feathered dinosaurs even more terrifying than scaly ones.
Eh, some of them, yeah. I think, honestly, what's frightening the most is just their sheer size. Because they were even bigger than elephants and blue whales.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, let's see what these guys want. A Pokemon that's native to the Johto region.
Which one when I watched Jurassic Park on Live with the whole lysine thing?
Huh?
When I watched Jurassic Park on Live with the whole lysine thing,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, none of us, we don't produce it either.
No? Certainly see it. Okay then. Aw, a love letter. Okay, fine then. Gee.
What animals evolved without humans for 1,000 years evolved specifically to kill us?
Oh.
I find that weird.
Oh, I actually didn't want to do that. Oh well.
Like, creatures on this planet without humans evolved for 1,000 years specifically to kill us, even though, yeah.
I don't know. Evolution is pretty much impossible to predict. So.
Yeah, I was watching my movie and I'm like, and Will Smith said every creature on this planet has evolved to kill humans. I'm like, really?
No.
I'm like, that's not how evolution works.
No.
1,000 years is a blip, so it's nothing. Like every weekend. And
Well, let's sell this moonstone that I accidentally bought. Let's see, where is Route 5 from here? It's the rock tunnel. Okay, this is Route 9. Can't get through here yet. But that is where I need to get one Pokemon that I want.
I'm surprised no one else joined in.
Sometimes people do, sometimes they don't. Let's see, this way. Oh. That is kind of badass.
Yes, it is. Most of the Pokemon I've seen are either cute or terrifying.
Like, a lot of the custom sprites are very well done. And they do regularly hold contests and public submissions for people to say, hey, I have a design, can you put it in the game?
Have you tried it?
No, I'm not very good at that kind of thing. I don't know how to do sprite art, and I can't really draw, so I can like make a suggestion. Hey, I think this combo should be a reference to this, but that's about it.
Wait, I thought you created that OC. Your OC.
My OC?
Yeah.
No, I had someone else design it for me. And I actually had someone else make the 3D model because I wasn't entirely confident in my abilities at the time.
Well, I thought you were gonna use a. I thought you. When I first started, I thought you were gonna use a 2D sprite like everyone else did.
Mm-mm. I use a 3D sprite, or 3D model, I should say. Like, I've had people make 2D drawings of my character, but my primary one is is a 3D model.
Wait, I was a question. Why a Pegasus?
What?
Why a Pegasus?
Because I like to fly. It's my favorite thing to do in my dreams.
You're a lucid dreamer?
Sometimes. Oh, darn you. Like there are times when I'm able to recognize, oh hey, I'm dreaming. But a lot of the times my dreams are just weird.
Isn't that par for the course with dreams?
Yeah. Yay gong. Okay, that is the Yamask Dugong. Let's see what that looks like. Still doesn't have a tail.
Doesn't?
Nope. Yeah, I guess if you use a the custom starter, they get a randomized starter that's a fusion, and that was his. It was Yamask and Seal, but now it's evolved into Dugong. So.
What does Hex do?
It's just a ghost type move. Okay, fine, I will keep using Bite. It does good damage. I like one-shots.
I can never catch one of those.
I know. Let's just keep poisoned
Ever always
powder.
teleports.
I know. It's like the only move it learns when it's low level. Okay. Completely forgot about that battle. So let's go ahead and heal my Pokemon. Let's go ahead and bring Atokirina out. Yeah, eventually the Eevee Hoppip is going to be Espeon Jumpluff, and so the name I picked for it is the name of the seeds of the Awa tree in Avatar. Because I'm like, psychic, plant, yeah, that fits. Okay, you know what, let's see, Route 9, Cerulean City. Is this Cerulean City? I don't remember. No, it's Cerulean City, okay. You know, let's go ahead and go up here and get some training in. Also, look at that widow face. Look at that widow face.
Greece, and it's a miracle. It's a miracle the Parthenon is still standing.
I know. Geobarus. Okay.
Oh my god, that's creepy.
I find it amusing how many of these Geodude fusions look like the other Pokemon is just peeking out of its mouth. I knew. Since I have plenty of supplies, I will revive you. Goodness. Haha, I am faster than you. Yes, Thor should bite people. I highly agree with this.
I wonder, have you ever met any famous Brony YouTubers?
Have I ever?
Outside of Feed, of course.
Oh. Kind of, like, the last couple of times I've gone to Everfree Northwest, I've, talked with, Silverquill, but I don't know that I would count it as meeting him. Because, like,
I'm talking like Silverquill, Lightning Bliss, Sweetie Bloom.
Lightning Bliss I have actually met. Through Fiora, actually. Let's see. Because, in 2019, Fiora took a bunch of us out to dinner after the panels for the day, and Lightning Bliss came along with us. Yeah. Yeah, her and Silverquill are the only ones I can think of aside from Fiora.
I heard she's very introverted.
I don't know. She was very nice when I met her, so.
Like, what about Sweetie Bloom?
Yes, actually, I met her at one of her panels. I've talked to her outside of Everfree Northwest, but not much.
Will she be attending any more cons?
I don't know.
Like, I used to watch her streams on Twitch a lot, but I feel like she's probably very, very, very busy. So.
Yeah, that happens.
I even asked why she, like, quit TF2 analysis.
You know, I'm sure she has her reasons.
She says she doesn't have a lot of free time.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure she's a veterinarian. Or she does something to do with animals.
Yeah, she's a vet. Doing that is, I don't know if doing that is a full-time job in itself.
Yeah.
pet dies, it's always sad to see them go.
Mhm. Manish. Manky oddish?
Like I said, when my dad died, I'd rather have her be put down than have spend her final years suffering.
Yeah.
She
No,
was
that's
already old, so
yeah, but that's still a difficult decision to make.
how do you deal with your dog dying?
One day at a time. That's literally it. Is some days are easier than others. Some days are paralyzing. But I think I have started to reach the point where I would be ready to move on and bring a new dog into my life. Um, the main thing keeping me from doing that is room in the house because we still have two dogs. But before we had to say goodbye to Jet, we brought in a puppy without really intending to, because a family friend was looking for a puppy, and her son found this lab mix puppy that he thought was just perfect for her, and she realized, oh, he's going to get big, and she doesn't want a big dog. And so we just sort of were like, okay, I guess we'll take him.
Like, yeah,
And
my mom just says that we're not gonna get another dog because I don't think none of us have the time to take care of a dog.
that's fair. Um,
A pet.
I would say you shouldn't necessarily cut the idea of adopting dogs out completely. Maybe just don't get a puppy. Because, adult dogs um, do pretty well as long as you are able to, get their basic needs taken care of. But like when I do ultimately look for a new dog, I'm probably not going to get a very young one cuz like when we brought Zim in, he's the puppy that we adopted from our friend. He was just like at the edge of that age where he needed to be potty trained. And we we did our best to be patient, but there were still times when we're like, why? And so,
Yeah, I don't really.
I would say we don't have time
Yeah, I don't.
to raise a puppy from like 8 weeks old.
Yeah, I don't have the time to take care of a dog. Period.
Yeah. What about a service animal? Do you need would that be something that you could take like use?
No, no,
No.
no. My mother and sister have full time jobs,
Yeah, but I mean like for you, like
and
I
I'm on the verge of getting a part time job. So
oh, that's good. Yeah, I just know like, service dogs can be a little bit easier to take care of, but like I have no idea if anyone in your family would need one. So just shooting in the dark.
no, no. I'm autistic but I'm high functioning, so I don't really need a service animal.
Mm. see, I'm pretty sure Hoppip evolves into Skiploom by itself, but does Skiploom evolve with a
I
stone?
thought you used synthesis.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Let's see. Hoppip. Why am I going there? I can just search it here. There. Okay, so it evolves at that level. And I think Norris. Okay, it evolves at level 40, so that'll be a while. Everybody learn and bite. You know what? Let's say no to that. No. Okay. Cough-orb. I'm going to guess coughing and Voltorb. Because Voltorb is the only one I can think of that has orb in its name. Nice. You meanie. There we go. What technique? You know, I should probably have the last Eevee in my party so it can gain some levels. Oh, I forgot about Kriz. How did I forget about Kriz? Okay, let's go ahead and switch you out. That looks good. That is oddly adorable. Okay, you know what? Let's see who has the best move against that. Yeah, let's go ahead and just bring in Thor. Actually, what level does Routes evolve at?
What time is it?
For me, it is 2:20 a.m. Routes evolves at level 20, so you should be evolving soon. Yay. No! How dare you knock out Thor? I'm gonna bite you. that didn't do much. There we go. No defeat. Let's see. Can any of my Pokemon learn this? No. Okay. Let's see. I think. Yes. Okay. Let's go ahead. No, let's teach this to Chris because it will be a fighting type eventually. Or no, I'm thinking of the wrong one. Because Thor's going to be the fighting.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
I think I'm going to stay quiet for a bit and rest my voice. I'm going to say no for now. Because I don't know if it's going to be one of those where you can actually join them or not. Okay. So those two that I still need are not on this route. Okay. Cough that. Now I will. It looks stoned. See, yeah, you're the bubby. So let's bring in Thor. Oh, right. I keep forgetting about that move. And that did nothing. Okay, yeah, let's just bring it on Chew. Elvis. Are they all going to say the same thing? Yes, they are. Okay, let's try and find an Abra. I don't think that's the Abra she was looking for. I do find it amusing how many Pokemon cries, at least in the 2D games, are just variations on the same one. I get the feeling Abra is a low spawn. So you know what, I think I'm going to go continue this route and just get one if it pops up. Oh right, no one actually has Rock Smash at the moment. Okay. I guess I will teach it to Chris. Let's do that instead of Swift. There we go. I think if I do come across another fused Abra, I will give it a... I will catch it, because, yeah. Or at least I'll try. It's like my Rattata is in the top percentage of Rattatas or something. That is certainly unique. Yay! Oh, it's so cute! I love it! Let's see, I know I already checked this, but... Okay, it does evolve on its own. Sometimes I just have to be sure. Boo. Oh, I did finally get someone who joined me. And of course, my stream is several minutes off again. I don't know why. It just is. Pika chop. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Ow. Okay, I will revive you because I'm trying to level you up. And then do that. You know what? Why not? Confuser can be useful. Okay, let's bring Umbreon back out. I did not realize I've been on for almost 3 hours. That explains why my voice hurts. I may have to call it here soon. Alright, I think let's go heal. And then I may go back to that spot and say that's it for this stream. Because like I said, my voice is hurting. Yeah, I'm gonna stop right here. This is a fun game. It's a nice spin on the first two regions, and like the various fusions and their sprites are just wonderful. I am hoping in my next stream I will get the last two Pokemon that I need. But I am still in need of several of the evolution stones, which will take a little bit longer to get, but I do know where to get them. So you can guess which ones I want these two to evolve into, but I fell in love with their evolutions, and I'll explain why when I get there, and yeah, not sure when I will stream again. Probably in the next day or two. And if I do, I hope someone else will come and join me because it was nice having someone to talk to. In the meantime, if you see this before I start streaming again, definitely check it out. If you don't want to check it out yourself, come back and see again. See how I see the shenanigans that I get up to, and see which ones just absolutely tickle me.